PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. And the one moves the ball up to the 33. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Press coverage now from these DBs. They'll feed the back again. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. Offense right to the line, playing with tempo now. There's the handoff. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The offense going with the hurry up. They'll hand it off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. On the run, he'll let it go. And he pulls in the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. And looking to throw now on 1st down. It's caught. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Here's the handoff. Some hard running there through a tackle. Tackled, but 1st down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here comes a handoff. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk, it's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. It's a big gain across midfield all the way to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
They'll change the pre-snap look now. Handoff here from the shotgun. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback's got it on the option. Pitches to the back. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Play action fake, looking to throw. He eludes the rush. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's not going to bring up third down. Come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Pass caught, can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Ohio State. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver Kirk perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch, or their vertical, or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
And they'll set up with a PAT. And knock through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring touchdown in their last possession. They'll tackle him right at the 31. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line and this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. No huddle now for the offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
What a surprise. Notre Dame running the football for another first down. Seems like we've been saying that for decades and decades. The ability to run the football, not just the backs that stand out to me when you think about Notre Dame's history. It's especially true about the line of scrimmage and those big offensive linemen opening up those holes.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And he's brought down, but hold on, there's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down after a short gain there. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Quarterback changing the play now at the line. And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Well, they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in a good position. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. When offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And the defense able to stop him at the 2. They'll crank up the tempo here on second down. The time is running out. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
Point after, up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Offense getting set. Second down play here.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. First down here for this offense. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Play action here on first down. And it's incomplete. There was no receiver in the area, and looks like it'll be an intentional grounding call. Getting set. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Escapes the sack. He's escaping the pocket now. Good protection there. Now finally throws it to the right. Makes the catch inside the 10-yard line. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. We'll talk strategy here. So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. Quarterback drops back. Makes the grab. Can he get there? Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Second down and goal. Trying for the touchdown. They'll test the left side. And he's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Third and goal. Looking to throw for it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. Very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups, and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He's looking to throw. And he makes the grab. They convert the 2-point try and now lead by 8. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Returner decides to fair catch this. Final 10 seconds of the half. It'll be first down. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eludes the rush. He'll take a deep shot. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
This one is right through. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They get the second half started with their running play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
They look to throw it here on second down. The pocket breaking down. And it's caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. The Buckeyes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Hit as he releases it. And the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this is exactly what the defense talked about at halftime, coming up with a stop to start this second half. Now they've done that on this third down. We'll see what happens with the decision on fourth down, but the defense looks at a very different kind of energy to start the second half.
Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. And he's going to finally head out of bounds. But you talk about flipping the field and setting up his offense in tremendous field position. The Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Running back has it on the screen now. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
An empty backfield on second and short. Aiming for the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That puts them on top in the second half. Coach deciding to keep the offense out there, go for a two-point conversion, and extend the lead to 3. As a design quarterback keeper. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal now. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. Off the play fake on first down. It's a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 40. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another great throwing catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back.
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
Well, the offense tries to go with a play action to slow this defense down, but they weren't buying. They applied the pressure, came up with the sack.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. Second and very long. And he'll set up to throw. Pressure coming, and they've got him again. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. It is third down and forever. He'll look to throw it. Makes a quick catch. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. Ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. And he's throwing for it on fourth down. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And it's incomplete on fourth down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Well, the ball's close to midfield, and this offense is trying to get things going here in the second half. I understand the aggressive mindset, but this one could cost them.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Got him for a sack. A big play made them one of the senior leaders of this defense.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
On the run here, taking a deep shot. The catch is made inside the 10.
How about that? Receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for this defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely uncovered.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offensive great scoring position here. Interesting choice here on the goal line. 5 wide receivers on second and goal. Touchdown, Irish. This offense cannot be stopped. And they'll set up for the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in fourth down in their territory and got stopped. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab, and the gain just good enough for a first down. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Receiver in motion now. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football, looking to scramble. He's going to pull it down and run. In the clear at the 25. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, He can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Here's the option play. He'll pitch it. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Ohio State. This offense is still clicking.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Coach makes a decision to go for a two-point conversion. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he gets into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. This one will be fair caught. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? And here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes a quick grab. And they get him down after the completion.
Complete to the back. Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Notre Dame 39, Ohio State 37.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Picked off, a crucial turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, I got to question the play call right here. Give the defense credit. They get the interception. They put themselves in a spot to maybe tie this game. But what was the offensive coordinator thinking with the lead? Taking a chance, and it backfires.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And they'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
On the play. 2nd down.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He's not going to get the 1st down. It's 4th down.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Down 1 possession in the 4th quarter, and the offense is going to try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he finds his target. He has the first. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a 1st down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the 1st down.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. So now it's 3rd and short from the 23. Potential 4-down territory. Let's see what the 3rd down call is. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks to the left. Pass caught. They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the 1st half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the 2nd half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he'll be brought down. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry up. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, Chris, I thought when he took off on his scramble, I thought he had a chance to maybe get it to the end zone. But the defense does a nice job. Yeah, they gave up a couple yards, but they kept him out of the end zone.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. On 3rd and goal, he's going to try to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead. Offense is out there. They're going to go for 2 here. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. He's swarmed by the defense.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
Ohio State 43, Notre Dame 39.
Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Across the 40 now. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Tackle made way downfield. Enormous gain.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
It's a strong run. Keeps the drive going. 1st down now. Heading left after the handoff. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play. Here we go, late in a tight game. This might be the biggest play so far. 3rd and 2. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
That's a design quarterback keeper. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Bringing pressure. They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Boy, everything was going so well for these guys on this drive, and all of a sudden it feels like they've hit a big wall here. Big-time sack there on 2nd down, and now bring up 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of play call this coordinator comes up with.
We've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, Chris, the quarterback and the receiver just not quite on the same page there on that 3rd down and long. But at this point in the game, you got to consider going for this. They need a touchdown.
So down 4 late in the game. Obviously, they'll keep the offense on the field and go for it. Crucial play here. They go to the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, what a good job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game thanks to the defense. They'd love to whoop the clock, but they can't throttle back here. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point is up and good, so the lead now is 11 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's running out of time here. And he's taken down behind the line. He's going to lose a yard or two. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. He lets it go on the move. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Well, this is just an outstanding job by this defender being in phase against this receiver and being able to tip that ball away. He actually tips it up into the air. The offense catches a break that ball's not intercepted.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. They'll try a pass here. Finds his target. Tackle made it at 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is
deep shot caught inside the 25. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. We're set for an exciting finish. Not much time left. Offense likely has one final drive. Defense is coming after him. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away, see what happens.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
Handoff in a single back formation. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. They go backwards on first down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. It's fielded inside the 40. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Testing the right side here. Well, they test the middle there, but yet nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? And now the handoff. So they make the tackle, what will be the final play of the game as the clock hits 0-0. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.